or archaeological site that
That's right. This is a guy
kind of, if you want to learn of archaeology of the Holy Land, biblical archaeology, what it's called, so you have to come to Megiddo. Because Megiddo was, how to say that, the economy hub of the country, very, very valuable for many, many kingdoms, many countries. They really appreciated the location of that. This place is just unbelievable, actually really important. We'll get to that.
Here we go. Yalla'd. It's like, hurry up, man. We're in Megiddo, and these are the old city gates, and these were actually built by Solomon. The entrance to the city. We're on Tel Megiddo.
Welcome to Megiddo. One big city once has been here for thousands of years. Maybe today not anymore. It has been gone. The city during Jesus' time, we had no such like city called Megiddo. It had been destroyed like. Yalla, let's go.
Yalla. Yalla, yalla. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. Yalla, 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 Jeremy.
I know you that was a bad idea.
Israeli universities, and they serve them food. So what they serve, one of the things that they serve is the dates. So they eat the dates and they throw away actually the seeds. And that's why you get all the date palms everywhere now. That's because of you.
And our litter, which sounds
So archaeologists, they have, like, you know, from expertise and all that, they can know the strata of the layers. So they made a trench by archaeologists. The British actually did this. Here, we talk about 5,000 and all that. Wow. So this is 4,500 years old. That but we did, Americans, I think Ohio or Chicago, sorry, I couldn't remember, one of those universities. They dug here in 2008. Unfortunately today, the rain and erosion and everything, they found another altar made of built of basalt, rock, of the like the first temple that ever like a kind of city built in this one. Just about like they got in the country and built the city, first city of Megiddo. So this is kind of the first temple was down here, and we did it to the something like 4th millennium.
Fourth millennium.
No, like
Fourth
6,000
millennium.
years old. Yeah, it's crazy. Syrians, they're all going to be Babylonian, you know, and then Persians and all that, Greeks and Romans and Byzantines and whatever. Anyway, but let's focus about this period. Thutmose, this man, he controlled the indigenous people here, the cities, Megiddo including, which means he controlled what kind of people were here before this was they came in.
The
It was Canaanites. But what happened, according to our documentations we found in the archives of the Egyptians, that there has been a rebellion of Canaanite kings against the Egyptian pharaoh. So, and what act they done, what kind of act to express like they don't want to belong to you anymore, they didn't accept to pay tax. So when they don't pay tax, that means actually what the pharaoh, he should do something about it. What he's doing, send his army. Sends his army to here to reconquer the land, reconquer all those rebellious cities. And we have names of kings, of the Canaanites, and the names of the cities, and including Megiddo is included. So why I'm saying this, because so Thutmose III, he came physically here with leading his army. He had a fight here, battle in the Armageddon Valley against the Canaanites. That's in 15th century BC. And he wins in this war. He goes back home. He builds a temple, just like the Romans, the same thing. They did, you know, whatever, like they win in war, it means that they sign a from God, and they build like a temple to one specific like God, one of the gods of the Egyptians. We found that temple in southern Egypt. We found hieroglyphics documenting that war, that battle of Thutmose III, his army against the Canaanites.
Wow.
In this valley. And guess what? This is the first documentation of war in the world, actually.
Wow.
First military campaign that is documented. It was here by Thutmose, and we're in Megiddo, or Armageddon Valley. The first war documentation. And we found the temple. And so yes, so palace. It's a palace.
It's a palace. Wow.
Right here. And you do have like debate about who's this palace. Most likely they talk about this is a palace that was built by Ahab, maybe Omri or Ahab, one of those guys. So imagine that Ahab was here in Megiddo because again it's an important city, and he built his own palace here as well, just like all of his kids.
But today it's like it's different. The growth of the community here is growing, and lots of people that come from all over the country and they live here. But yes, it's a busy city, and totally Arab. It's entirely Arab city. Arab Israeli, like they are all Israelis. This is my town here.
Oh.
This is my hometown as well. So they speak Arabic here, and but we are Israelis as well. Like I mean, Israeli citizenship and all, but not Jewish. And guess what? Nazareth is the biggest Arab Israeli city in Israel. And I guess you do have like another factor, another kind of thing to know, to remember. In Nazareth, you literally, demographically, you have the largest Christian community in all Israel.
No.
Israel's largest Christian community is in Nazareth, by the way. So it's very dynamic.
Walking the streets of Nazareth.
Yeah, from there. My school, I will show like later on. It's further up there this way, but you wouldn't see because of the sign. But this is kind of one of the major squares of the town, of the city of Nazareth. And this is the people like normally Nazarenes, they hang out here. Lots of cafes and restaurants in this area. It's very sleepy now at the moment. Like, normally it's much more vibrant in the nights, evenings. Okay, now I'm gonna take you, as I say, like to the Spring of Nazareth. You have to understand one thing, that in Jesus' time, this area was outside the village. The village, really, we're gonna visit like in 2 days, on Saturday morning. As I promised, you have two places, it's like 1 mile only, actually, it's not that far. You have two sites, one where Jesus lived, and where the Annunciation took place first, and Jesus lived there, and the synagogue. Two sites in the really old town of Nazareth. You will see the difference between here and there. But we again keep that on Saturday. Here, outside the village was, and what it's like here, the spring. Literally, Nazareth. By the way, like Jerusalem, the same thing. It has Jerusalem, one on the spring, and the same thing with Nazareth. And now we gotta see it. It's today in a church. So it's an Orthodox church.
I have seen this on video.
They built a church in 1700s, 1750 something. They built it on the spring itself, the only spring. But now the thing is like this. I'll take you that monument here, which is related to that water. Let's go there first, see it, and then. It used to be fountain. It used to be fountain. Was my grandmother. I also always say grandmother because actually women, normally in those days, they take their jars twice a day till mid of 1900s. The ladies, women, they take their jars from home from this neighborhood, whatever, like now Nazareth, and they take the water from here. No, the thing is like, that's not the spring, that's the fountain that they built it. Because pay attention to what I said it like earlier, because since like they built the church over the spring, so the ladies wouldn't go take water from the spring itself anymore because of the church that the Orthodox they built. So instead, they built it, made their tunnels, okay, to bring the water from the spring to here. But today, by the way, you don't see any more water running anymore, unfortunately. It dried out. Still you have spring, but much less. The quantity of the water is kind of less than what it used to be, but still see it at least. And that spring, the same location in the church, that's where we're heading, like we're going there.
Cool.
But we still have photos, like pictures, like think about it, like I mean, women and with the jars and everything. Would have like soldiers here. We have pictures of ladies with the jars, take the water, and everybody has their own ration, like that you cannot take more than what you need. And they do that twice, at the morning and in the evening, at the end of the day.
Wow.
Okay. We see that the spring and we're going to stop some. So let's we can say many things about the place here, but we're gonna focus about the first thing is the water, the spring. Again, this is quite awesome because you have to think about this way. Like I mean, if it's this is the only spring of the whole town of Nazareth, guys, so definitely, directly, automatically, you know that Mary and Jesus used to go every day from home, and again in 2 days we can see the home, and to come over here and to take the water with their jar and back home, and again they do that twice, and again not really long time ago, till mid of 1900s, the lifestyle is pretty much was the same. Again with my grandparents, my grandma used to come here take water from me. It's just amazing, and again not really, we don't live really far from here. So so this is exactly, that's why if you it's a church, it's called, maybe not to be mistaken, but it's called Annunciation. Actually practically all the churches of Nazareth they call Annunciation, by the way, because this is the major event. Nazareth's by the way, not the 25th March 25th, this is the day of Annunciation. This is the national feast, a festival of the Christians of Nazareth, because this is what happened, the Annunciation. Look at, notice that Mary and with the angel. When that's again, I say that one more time. I will talk about it more when we got to the where it happened in 2 days in the other spot where Mary lived, and with the angel telling the good news. So anyway, practically all the churches they call the same name, but doesn't mean that Annunciation took place here. Got it? And the angel Gabriel and all that.
So there you go.
But the reason they built the church here, it's because of the spring. Already just the fact is, because this is where Jesus came, used to come here to take water, and Mary, so they built a church. That's the mindset. Maybe today they wouldn't do that anymore. I mean, kind of but those days, since the church was built like in 1700s, again 1750 something. So this is like yesterday, something like 250 years ago, and so that's the people what they want to mark the place.
Yes.
You have to understand one thing. They want to here. Jeremy, he knows that. We are in the Middle East, and unfortunately, Middle East is not Christian mostly, and you have many sites are important, significant for Christians, right? So how we preserve them, how we conserve them, how you have to build something exactly on it to mark something that this is we are here. You cannot just leave it, open space, and keep it as it was, because we want to keep it authentic. That's really totally fine, but not in our circumstances of Middle East. Unfortunately, it would have some others would come over and seize it, take it over, and build something else. Nothing to do with the Christian beliefs.
Right.
So they had to build a church, and you see that a lot in Jerusalem. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Bethlehem, the Church of Nativity, Capernaum. Everywhere they built. Helena, you mentioned Helena, the mother of Constantine, and many others. As soon the site is destroyed or something, or where the church has been destroyed, right away you would have other people, Christians, whatever they build something else, another church. Because you want to make stand here, you want to hold it. And you want to hold it by building something monument. Okay, to show that. So keep that in mind. So again, if we agree, we don't agree with that building church over that spring, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, but I think it's not.
And this is called the Spring of Nazareth.
It's, yeah, that's a spring.
Good enough?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And when did they enclose this?
Well, actually, this part here is from the 5th century.
Byzantine.
And the church over there, this is from 1700s. Okay. So yeah, this is Byzantine. This
Wow. That's the spring.
Yeah, it's actually from this one. Yes.
Stick your hands in there. Darla. Okay. Okay.
That's really good. That's really tasty, huh?
Very.
So you want to do like a little food test? Give me your impression.
It's so tasty, and it's not too sweet, and it's not too sour. It's just perfect, and it's cold.
Yay. Taking that back to America. Putting it on YouTube.
كلنا أنا طلعت في أمريكا بشهر 11
He was in America in November.
Oh, you were?
Daniel.
بمحطة اجوا لهون عملت دعاية لهم إنه يجوا السواح من برا لهون.
Was? He went there like, but wait, بنو ولاي.
بنيويورك.
نيويورك, نيويورك.
I think CNN maybe.
Oh, really?
Maybe yeah. Many people they saw me.
كانت أول مرة لك؟ أول مرة؟ أمريكا. أمريكا أول مرة؟
أول مرة بس هون كتير.
It was his first time visit in America.
Oh, wow. And you went to New York.
I've been in Miami.
Worst place you can go.
You know, next time you come to Texas,
I will come. You know, look.
there you go. Atlanta.
It was here, military.
Awesome.
That's Raleigh, Texas, arriving.
I will go, inshallah. If you help me, I will go.
There you go.
Business there.
So he goes. Looky there, yeah. Yummy. That is awesome.
God bless you all.
Thank you. God bless you as well.
Right? Yes.
So this is Nazareth. And you can see how it's laid out just like in a bowl.
I know,